Welcome back, toy fans, to episode 200 of Ronald's Reviews, and on today's episode, my non-existent willpower strikes again. Cue the march. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, my non-existent willpower has struck again. Now, if you follow the channel closely, you'll know that in recent months I've started a very small side G.I. Joe collection. That was the intention anyway. And then I had a conversation with Scuba Pete that kind of went like this. Hey, Scuba. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, I'm just going to start a small G.I. Joe collection, nothing major, just a few of the figures that I really like and the ones that I had as a kid. And that's about it, really, just so that I've got something in the room of G.I. Joe. Vehicles? No, I'm not buying any vehicles. They're just too big. I've got no display space. 100%. I'm not buying any vehicles. Categorically, I am not going to buy any vehicles. You all know what's coming.
Gouge is back! We'll stop Cobra with Tiger Force, the roughest, toughest Joe Force ever! Get those captured Cobra vehicles repainted and re-armed. They're part of Tiger Force now! Tiger Force, showing the colors yellow and black! Hungry to fight and ready to attack! Nobody makes G.I. Joe!
Tiger Shark is ready, so is the Tiger Cat! Tiger Force, attack!
Nobody beats G.I. Joe! Tiger Force! Tiger Force. Vehicles and figures sold separately.
And there we go, folks. You all knew what was coming, didn't you? My God, I am so weak. But, yeah, you're right. I've started picking up G.I. Joe vehicles. Not many, but, again, I'm so weak. I can't help it. But, so here we go. So here we've got the Tiger Force, Tiger Shark. And this is a vehicle that as soon as I saw, I thought, I've got to have it. Now, I know what you're all thinking. You're all probably thinking, well, you've already got vehicles in your collection, Luke. We saw you put together a Snowcat and a Tiger Cat only a few months ago. And now that's true, but that was like an impulse buy. It was more of an exercise. I saw those two job lots, and it was more of an exercise of, can I put two complete vehicles together for a budget, for a really cheap price? That was kind of the motivation to buying those vehicles, whereas this one was completely premeditated. I saw this and I thought, I've got to have it. I love the Tiger Force colours. Now, if you know your G.I. Joe and your Action Force, you'll know that this vehicle is a straight-up repaint of the Cobra water moccasin. Now, I'm a massive fan of the water moccasin, so like I said, once I saw this vehicle repainted in those tiger stripe colours, I just thought, I've got to have it. And look at that. I mean, I just love the colour scheme on these Tiger Force vehicles. You've got the orange and black tiger stripes, then you've got the red detailing. I just absolutely love it. And then, of course, as you come to the front, it fades into that sort of tiger's face. Now, all the vehicles have got those sort of real menacing eyes and the mouth with the really sharp teeth to imitate a tiger's face. And this just looks awesome. How could I not put this into my collection? It just looks so good. You've got the rotor blades on the back there, and you can spin the rotor with the wheel at the top. You've got the rudders, or what would steer. And it's just such a cool looking vehicle. So I knew as soon as I saw it, I thought, yeah, I'm buying that. But you've got the gun at the top there on the turret that spins. You would put your figure in there. Obviously, you've got the two guns at the front, but I was definitely putting this into my collection. Things that are often missing, obviously, a lot of the rotors at the time, or the turbine at the back are often missing, and these rudders are often missing as well. These windows, the windscreen, this one especially is often missing as well. Now, I thought mine was complete when I bought it, but it's actually missing like a small little red sort of sled thing that attaches underneath. I think it just clicks into that gap there at the back. Mine's missing that one, which I will pick up at some point. But as it goes underneath, it doesn't spoil the displayability. But these Tiger Force vehicles are so cool. And as soon as I saw this, I knew I wanted it. So like I say, this was premeditated. So the whole I'm not buying vehicles is completely out the window now. But when I was talking to Scuba, I think Scuba suspected that would eventually go out the window. But yeah, so here we go, folks. Again, I'm convincing myself I'm not going to buy a lot because there's just no way I can accommodate them all. But once I saw this, I wanted it. But as I've got a weakness for Tiger Force, this wasn't the only Tiger Force vehicle I picked up. I also picked up the Tiger Paw. So this is like a quad bike, as you can see in the Tiger Force colours. And again, if you know your stuff, you'll spot that this is a straight up repaint of the Cobra Ferret. Now, again, I just look, once you stick these tiger stripe colours on these vehicles, I'm just drawn to them because I just love that they put the red with it, and I just think it works so well. Now, again, if you know your G.I. Joe, you'll know that this is not complete pretty common when you buy these that the engine covers at the back are often missing, and there is a little hose that attaches as well that, again, they're always missing. I don't have the hose. I would like to get the engine cover because I do think that affects the displayability of this vehicle, which should go there, but I'm not too fussed about the hose. A lot of people get a bit hung up on it. I'm not too bothered because it doesn't affect how it looks, but I would like the engine cover. But this is such a wicked vehicle, and again, I picked this up for an absolute steal on the UK G.I. Joe group on Facebook. Now, okay, it's missing the engine cover, which, like I said, does affect the displayability, but other than that, it's in really good shape. It's got both rockets on either side, which, again, they are often missing. It's got the big top gun. But one thing to check, which I think people overlook, is the handlebars. When they are moved, they should move that front gun like so. Now, sometimes that mechanism's broken and you turn the handlebars and the gun does nothing. So if you're going to buy one of these, just make sure that's working as well. But I absolutely love this vehicle. And as you saw earlier, I've got a Tiger Force lifeline that goes on there, and I just put his medical bag on the back so then it covers where the engine cover is missing. But I just love this line, and I've got to be honest, there's every chance I'll pick up some more Tiger Force stuff, even though I just don't have anywhere to accommodate it because I just love the design. So I've got a Tiger Cat now, I've got a Tiger Shark, now I've got a Tiger Paw, but there is several other vehicles available as well. You've got things like the Tiger Fish, which is a straight up repaint of the Devilfish, which we are going to look at later. You've got things like the Tiger Rat, you've got the Tiger Fly. There's just so many vehicles that I would love to pick up in these colours, but for now, the Tiger Cat, the Tiger Shark, and now the Tiger Paw is going to satisfy me. But they are just beautiful, beautiful vehicles. But there is one final vehicle that I've put into my Joe collection.
The evil Crimson Twins, Xamot and Tomax, have located the Action Force Devilfish base.
Let's hit him, Tomax.
With the ultra-fast Cobra Hydra sled, but the Devilfish snap into action.
It's nimble, Xamot.
Give him a torpedo. Full force.
But the evil twin brothers have one last trick up their sleeve.
We'll be back.
Cobra Hydra sled, Crimson Twins and Action Force Devilfish sold separately. Action Force!
And there we go, folks. So the other vehicle I put into my G.I. Joe collection is the Devilfish. Now, this is a vehicle that I definitely had as a kid. So as soon as I decided to put a small G.I. Joe collection together, I knew this vehicle I wanted. But as you can see, the box art is amazing on these. We've got Beachhead there driving the Devilfish. Now, when I was a kid, I used to put the Crimson Twins in this, and I don't really know why. I just thought it suited them. But even though this is a good guy vehicle and the Crimson Twins are Cobra, they should have the Hydra sled. I put them in this, but I absolutely love the box art on there. Like I say, Beachhead in the cockpit there. And then we've got the mail away offer on the front. Oh, it's not a mail away offer, sorry. It's 4 free collector card stickers with plus collector album offer details inside. So, oh, that would be a mail away then, wouldn't it? But look at the front of that box. It looks absolutely unbelievable. The box art on these Action Force and G.I. Joe boxes were unreal. And then we spin it around, we've got a more detailed picture of the actual Devilfish toy on the back, showing us what everything is, where everything goes, a detailed breakdown of the vehicle itself. As you can see, my mail away has been cut out, which is a shame, but the box itself is in fantastic condition. So yeah, really pleased to get this in my collection. And wouldn't you know it, where did this come from? Of course, this came from Steve, Derby Collector. But yeah, so we've got the Devilfish, so pleased with the condition of the box, but let's get it out and take a closer look. And there we go, folks, there we have the Devilfish in all its glory. And just looking at this on the table, getting my hands on it again, is just an amazing feeling. Just when you look at something and you get it in your hands, something that you had when you was a child, it really is just that extra special sort of feeling. You know, getting these items in your collection is great, but if you didn't have them as a kid, if you just lose something slightly, even though it's fantastic to have them, but when you've got something that reminds you of your childhood and you had it at the time, it's really special. But this looks awesome. You can see got the decals on the back there, Action Force decals. It just looks so good. So the Devilfish is the third vehicle that I picked up recently, but it's so good. And of course, anything that Steve sent me is complete. So you've got the 4 grey rockets on the top there. So when you're buying one of these, if you buy one of these, make sure you've got all 4 rockets. But you've also got 2 orange torpedoes underneath. So again, make sure their present. But this is an awesome vehicle. Now, like I said, I used to put the Crimson Twins in this. As you saw earlier, I put Lifeline in here just because I think he suits the vehicle, but it's just so good. And then we've got the Action Force logo on the front there with the Devilfish emblem as well. Yeah, and just such a cool vehicle, and obviously quite reasonably priced when you look at other vehicles in the line. But yeah, really pleased to get this into the collection. Oh, it's so good. In fact, there's every chance, folks, this is going to come in the bath with me. and I'm not kidding. You know, Rachel has often walked into the bathroom and I just sort of look up like a rabbit in headlights and I've got some sort of action figure or vehicle in the bath with me. It's how I relax, folks. Don't judge me. So yeah, there's the Devilfish. That is the third vehicle I've picked up recently. But let's get everything back on the table and we'll wrap up. And there we go, folks, everything back on the table. And I think you'll agree, the Action Force / G.I. Joe collection is coming on nicely. It's a nightmare, really, because I know I'm going to pick up more things. And I keep saying I'm out of room now. I'm shuffling things around constantly just to try and accommodate stuff. But I always think to myself, you know, every so often I look at things and I think, well, no, I won't buy it because I've got nowhere to display it now. But then on the other side, I think another little voice says to me, well, is that really a good enough reason to not buy something that you really want just because you haven't got somewhere ready for it to go? I mean, I always think to myself, just buy it and then you'll find a way to accommodate it once you get it. Now, that's not really the best way to think, but I also just think not buying something that you really want just because you haven't got somewhere to display it is a really, really weak reason to not buy something. So, obviously, I'm going to keep on buying and I'll do my best to just keep accommodating things, but God, it's getting difficult, folks. It really is. But there we go. So, into the Joe collection now goes the Tiger Shark, the Tiger Paw, albeit missing a couple of pieces, and the Devilfish, and I'm so pleased with everything. I've chucked a few figures in there as well, just to make the last shot look a bit more interesting. Look, so we've got Lifeline now with the Devilfish, and we've got Tiger Force Tripwire there, just making sure there's no landmines around. So, yep, there we go, folks. Keep an eye on the channel, there's more G.I. Joe / Action Force stuff to come, but I hope you enjoyed it. You know the drill by now, all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and giving me a shot. If you would like to leave a like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. But other than that, leave a comment. I try to get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time, folks.